are Tenrecs? What do they look like? Where do they live? What do they eat? And where do they sleep? Well, there are over 30 different kinds of Tenrecs. The one we're drawing is called the Lesser Madagascar Hedgehog. Say that 3 times fast. That's a really long name. You'll always find the name hedgehog in any Tenrec name because the Tenrec is the cousin to the hedgehog. So what are Tenrecs? Well, they're pretty fascinating little critters. Did you know that aardvarks, elephants, manatees are their ancestors? So, what's another fact about Tenrecs? Well, they're mammals, which means that their babies come out live and are warm-blooded. They don't lay eggs. The babies drink milk from their mother's body. Tenrecs can live 10 years in the wild. They're also nocturnal. You probably know what that means. It means that they sleep during the day and are active at night. If you have a cat, you probably know exactly what that means because you're trying to get sleep and your cat is getting into all kinds of things at night, and during the day, when you go off to school, your cat is taking a nap. Other nocturnal animals are the bat, owl, foxes, and aardvarks. I'm sure you can come up with more. Now let's see, where do they live? I'm going to give you a hint. It's the theme of our subscription box this month. You guessed it, Madagascar. Madagascar is the island off of Africa. So it's part of Africa, but it's its own little island. Most of the Tenrecs live on Madagascar, but some of them live on the mainland of Africa. And depending on which Tenrec you're talking about, which 30 of them, there's different places that you will find them in grasslands, forests, and even hollows of trees. Okay, so what do they eat? Can you guess? Do you think that they have little grocery stores for them? They have little shopping carts so they can go through and pick out their favorite fruits and vegetables and snacks for school the next day? Or do you think that they go and hunt in Africa for maybe antelope, gazelles, lions, or even elephants? No, of course not. The Tenrec is an omnivore, which means what? They eat eggs, bugs, plants, and fruits. Okay, what do they look like? Well, I think I've already given that away. They look like the hedgehog. They have all these little spiky things all over their body, but the underside, their bellies and their paws, have this short little soft hair. But on their backs, the spiky things are called spines or quills. The quills can be anywhere from white to black. Their color, if any of the Tenrecs, any 30 of them, their colors will blend into their environment, causing them to be camouflaged. And if you know what camouflage means, it means that it allows them to be invisible to predators. They blend in with the leaves or the trees or the grass around them. They're pretty small little creatures. You can hold them in your hand. So they're like the hedgehog in that they have these long noses. They have a tail, but you can't see the tail because the tail is only about a ½ inch long. I learned some other really cool facts about a Tenrec and about their quills. You know, those little spiky things all over them. The Tenrec can take their quills and use them to protect against predators. They can curl up in a ball to protect their soft bellies. And they can also spike up their quills and lunge backwards, throwing their body backwards toward their enemy. They're trying to drive their quills into their enemy. Tough little creatures, aren't they? They're also known to hiss and bite their enemy if they feel scared or threatened. Now, one of the coolest things that I learned about the Tenrec is that they can use their quills to create a sound and communicate with each other. A Tenrec can rub its spine and cause a sound to emit from those quills that the other Tenrecs can hear. So it says to the other Tenrec, hey, there's danger around, or it can also say, hey, hey, we're over here, come home. Say if a Tenrec is lost from the group and it needs to find them, they can communicate with noise from their quills. So those were just some really fun facts that I learned about the Tenrec. If you come up with a few more, go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/drawwithartparts. Now for now, let's go ahead and move on to our next video, which is our step-by-step lesson, how to draw the Tenrec.